Hey you guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. I'm really excited for this video. It's answering your questions. I had put out a video asking you guys for your questions based on whether you were an older subscriber of about 25,000 subscribers or less, like you had subscribed to my channel prior to me getting to that point, or if you are a newer subscriber, meaning say 25,000 and up. So this video is for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for a long time, from the very beginning up until I hit 25,000 subscribers. And as I've read your questions and just like heard your comments, it's been really sweet. It's so cool to hear, like, some of you have been here since like 700 subscribers and things like that, so it's been really special. So thank you guys. Guys, if you are new to my channel, feel free of course to watch this too. This is you, of course. I want you guys to hear these too, but I did want to do kind of two separate videos because I kind of figured that some of you who are newer might not know some of the things that the older subscribers already know, and I didn't want to repeat myself. So I hope that this is fun for you guys. I will be putting out one video for the questions I got from newer subscribers. It was quite a bit less from newer subscribers as opposed to the older. So here we go. I've got my phone here. Obviously I'm going to read your questions, or I'm going to scroll through from top to bottom and just answer the best I can. This first one is probably something you guys have wondered about. I have been quite vague about it, not direct up until now. The question is, how many children do you have? So I actually don't have any children biologically, okay? So that's probably a surprise to a lot of you because I have a lot of little ones in my life on a really regular basis. I'm basically a mom, really, like 5 days out of the week. The reason for that is because I do live in community and have for quite a while, and a lot of the people that we've lived with have kids that are basic, like they just become like ours too. We discipline them, we feed them, we are with them all the time. Sometimes when their parents are away, they're with us only, and so we've got quite a few kids in our lives. I'd say 3 in particular who on a regular basis have been with us for quite a few years. So yeah, I actually don't have any biological children, but I feel like I do. Okay, and my guess would be a follow-up is are we planning on having children? We are not sure actually. We are working on deciding if we want to have our own biological children or not. We've thought a lot about kids out there that don't have parents, and wanting to consider that there are already so many kids in the world that don't have parents or don't have a community or parents that can really take care of them. So we're kind of in process with that one. Okay. Okay, so KF says, I'm an older subscriber and I was wondering how you and your husband met. Did you meet when you were living in the Middle East, or was he living in the US when you met? God bless you both. That's so sweet. It's also really cute because someone actually already answered your questions down here, which is crazy that they already knew all the answers basically. My husband and I met in the US. We met at the church that we go to and connected there and started dating, and then we're married. So yeah, actually we met in the US. My husband is Middle Eastern, and yeah, he did move here when he was younger, and so he doesn't have an accent, but he's very Middle Eastern in culture. I've mentioned he's Egyptian. Let's see, did you meet when you were living in the... Yeah, okay, so that answers that. Okay, so someone says, older subscriber here. I know you're an artist and I was wondering if you could tell us more about your art. What's your favorite medium to work with? How would you describe your style? Thanks. Okay. Thank you for your question. Yes, I am an artist in a lot of ways. It looks like you're specifically talking about doing art with like paint. In terms of a medium, I usually have used acrylic paint, really simple. I like it the best. I like the vibrancy of the colors, and I like even the boldness of the colors, and I like it that it dries quite quickly. And how would I describe my style? I have a very India/Middle Eastern influence in my style of artwork. A lot of gold, a lot of designs that reflect those cultures, and quite what would I say? Maybe a bit whimsical or non-traditional. Always just design. I don't paint like people or things like that. It's usually just like design. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I'm also a dancer, and so in that art form, I don't think that's what you're talking about here, and I think someone asked about that later, so I'll wait till later. Let's see. This James Naden says, I'm an older subscriber, 9,000 subscribers when he joined. Thank you for being here, that's so cool. I was wondering if you have any siblings or kids, and do you enjoy your housemates, and will we ever see your face? So I already answered the question about kids. I do have siblings. I will leave it at that because I don't want to go into too much detail, but I do have siblings, and I love them very much. Do you enjoy your housemates? I currently do very, very much. It's really special to have a community living situation. I thoroughly enjoy the people that we live with, and I just love getting to live life with other people and being there to support each other through the good and the bad. It's just really awesome. We're really committed to each other, so it's not like just a roommate in a sense. It's really like community living on purpose. So I do enjoy that very much. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and that it can be quite hard for people. We've just had a really good experience with it. Currently we have had one bad experience with it too that was quite hard. And will we ever see your face? As of now, probably not. You guys know that I'm quite anonymous, or I don't show my face and that sort of thing, and don't say a ton about my personal life and such. So probably not, but you never know. You can't say, you never can say never, as they say, because you never know. Maybe someday that will happen. So it's not a no. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hi there, this is Fernanda Souza. Hi there, I'm an old subscriber since your first video. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's amazing. My question is, what is your family, friends' opinion about you doing ASMR videos? I love your channel, I'm from Brazil. Bye, and a little flower, that's cute. Thank you, first of all, for being here for so long to support this channel. Man, that's just awesome. And greetings to you in Brazil and to all the people of Brazil. Awesome. Let's see, so what is my family and friends' opinion? It's a bit vast. I would say the majority, the strong majority, are really, really supportive. I'm open about it, I share about it, and they're always like giving me stuff to tap on, and they don't like watch the videos necessarily, but they're like, here, tap on this, tap on this. So most of my friends and family that I have shared with are really supportive. I do have one or two that just really don't get it, and they kind of like make some jokes once in a while, but not in an unsupportive way. Like, I can just tell by the questions they ask and the way that they talk about it that they don't get it, and that they don't really understand that that genuinely helps people. And I don't know that they've taken the time to really understand that. So that there is that, but I don't feel unsupported by any means. I just feel like they don't get it. everyone's like excited about it, and when I tell them I put another video up, or I hit this many subscribers, can you believe that? Or I try and let them know that ASMR is really getting out there, and explain that it's quite well known across YouTube and such. So thanks for that question, I appreciate that. But yeah, it is quite awkward the first time you try to explain to someone that what ASMR is and that you make videos tapping on things. It's like, well, you do what? But I try my best to explain, and I don't share with everyone I ever meet, of course, just with people I really trust and know really well. Okay, so this next question is by Molly Bobs. That's a cute name. I'm an older subscriber, and I wanted to ask, what are all the languages that you speak? And what ones have you learnt in the past, and which were the most fun? You definitely seem to enjoy culture and language, and it's a topic I'm very interested in too. I speak English as my main, but I'm currently studying French and Korean. Lots of love. Oh, that's awesome. You're studying French and Korean. Wow, that's a really cool combination of languages. And yes, I love culture and language. That's so nice that you know that about me. It feels very sweet. I only speak English fluently. Like, I can only claim a fluent language as English. But I have learned, I took many years studying Spanish, so I can get by in Spanish. And then I've been studying Arabic for quite a while now, probably 5 years. But not like in a class. Like, I study on my own because I'm studying Egyptian Arabic, which is a dialect that is, it's hard to find language programs with that specific dialect. You can find a lot of Arabic language programs and classes in what's called Fusha, which is like the news version, the very formal version of Arabic. And so I have taken 2 years of Arabic classes in that formal kind of news style, and then I have spent like 5 years studying on my own Egyptian Arabic. And so that's why I know how to read and write in Arabic, because I took those classes. And that's why I'm kind of on my own trying to learn from some books and watching movies and such, and my family members Egyptian Arabic. They're quite different. Yeah, so let's see. I have learned also a language called Telugu, which is spoken in the southeast of India. There is a part of India called Andhra Pradesh, and in that area the language Telugu is spoken. Now, India has many languages. This is one of the larger ones, and I lived there and for quite a while, worked with some kids there, and it was over a period of 5 years that I went back and forth from that area. But I did stay and live there for 2 years straight within that 5-year period. And besides that, I went back and forth quite a bit from the US to India, US, India, US, India, and then lived there for some time. So I feel I was able to get to conversational kind of abilities with that language. I've really lost it because that was a while ago, and so I could probably maybe have some conversational abilities there. So those are the languages that I have spent some time with. The most fun language for me has been Arabic, because I'm communicating with loved ones that might not even speak English. So that's been really fun for me to be able to actually communicate important things and talk with, like, my husband's grandfather, for example. It's so cute because he doesn't speak any English, and he's so happy when we can talk it all. So that's been most fun for me. Let's see. Okay, next question. Emma Herman. I'm an older subscriber at 17,000. You came on. Thank you so much. I was just wondering, I know you've said that your accent you use you find more relaxing, but would you ever consider doing a video in your real voice? So the likelihood is, if you are an older subscriber here, that you do know this isn't my actual accent. And maybe that's new to you. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe I haven't mentioned it in a video that you've watched. But this is not my real accent. The reason that I use a accent that isn't really mine on an everyday basis is because of just staying anonymous. That was really the reason. And just kind of like, yeah, it really was because like I just enjoy it. When I hear ASMR videos with a British accent, or maybe like New Zealand, Australia, I don't know, it's just really pleasant. Some of my favorites. So when I first decided to speak on my channel, I hadn't spoken in my channel for the first like year of putting out videos, and then I realized I really wanted to be able to communicate with you outside of just writing on a board and showing it to you, and just thought, hey, you know, since this is a way I can be anonymous to a certain degree, and you know, maybe it's relaxing for some people, maybe not for others, it's just kind of fun thing to do, and so I am sticking with it. It's just, yeah, it's important to me, I guess, to kind of stay anonymous. Maybe it provides a bit of mystery too, that you don't quite know what I really sound like. But people would identify my voice that do know me, so I think if they didn't see my face, maybe they wouldn't, but it's just kind of what it is. I don't think I'll, you know, again, I bet there's some point down the road when I'll like say something to you in my real accent, but I don't plan on it necessarily yet. There are some videos where you can hear me speaking to a friend or something when I'm doing a hair, and I'm just speaking with a normal American accent. I'm American, and I apologize like always if my accent is terrible to someone who is British. The goal is to do a British accent, but I have a lot of people like from New Zealand that influence that like are in my life, and so sometimes zoop, I go this way, and zoop, I go this way, or you hear something American. So if you've been wondering, that is the reason for that. Okay, same question. Next one is get a life 234. I'm probably doing that wrong. Get a life 234. It's the 234. Anyway, can you talk in your American accent for a video, or do a few minutes while tapping and scratching? I find all types of accents great for ASMR. It's true, you know, it really is. It doesn't really matter what the accent is. Same answer, I guess, for that one. Probably in the future that will happen, but just not quite yet. Thank you for your patience as I figure that out. Mikey H, I love your merch. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, go check out the merchandise if you guys haven't yet. There's a link for it in the description box on all the videos I put out now. Older subscriber, this is Roberta Galvin. Older subscriber, are you still dancing, and what type of dance do you do? How did you meet your husband? So I answered that. What is it like house sharing? Which I did answer. And how did you know the people before you moved in? Okay. Will we ever see a face? In terms of the people, I did know all the people before I moved in. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. We knew them for a long time before moving in together. They weren't people that we just kind of met. They were people that we thought, hey, maybe this would be a good community living situation. Let's try this out. And then, are you still dancing, and what type of dance do you do? Okay, yes, I am very much still dancing. I love to dance. I do jazz, I do lyrical or contemporary, I do hip hop, and I tap, and I've done ballet. Those two are less than the other three. I'd say my top like ability is in jazz, contemporary, lyrical, hip hop. Those are the main four for me that I just really thrive in and love to do. So yeah, I dance on a regular basis. I used to dance. I used to teach dance for a living, but it wasn't my favorite thing. I really like to just dance and perform more than I like to teach it, actually. it's not that I don't enjoy it, but if I'm teaching a group of advanced dancers, then I enjoy it a bit more. But I taught like kids and different things like that, and most people didn't have like advanced skill levels of dance, and so I love the kids, but I didn't really enjoy teaching it. I just wanted to dance, you know. Yeah, so now I take classes that just allow for me to just have fun and dance and not be the teacher. Okay, let's see here. Fez20. Oh, they just said, I'm an old subscriber, been here since 4K. Yay, thank you so much, that's so amazing. Okay, this person doesn't have a question. They want to say that they've been subscribed since 2016, love the videos, they help us relax and fall asleep. I'm so glad, Miriam. Let's see, okay. Sam, I am an older subscriber. I think you had less than 10,000 when I subscribed, maybe a little more. The first video I watched was tapping and scratching on books. I need to do more of that. My question is about your family life. I've noticed baby and toddler things in your videos over the last couple of years, and some of the things you've shown, like learning books, suggest that you have an older, perhaps school-age child, but you only had a crib in your apartment. Do you have children? Awesome questions. She says, sorry if this is invasive, I'm just curious, nosy. Now, see, that's a great question. That's why I answered earlier. It is a bit confusing because I have like a diaper changing table and a crib and tons of kids' toys. And like I said, that's because we're constantly taking care of little ones. We're basically like half parents. We're like 50%, maybe even more. Actually, probably more. Like 70% of our lives, my husband and I are parents. The other 30% we aren't. So if you didn't hear the answer earlier, I answered that in more detail in the earlier part of the video. Let's see. Older subscriber here. I'd like to ask a few questions, but first of all, love your channel. After I discovered it, life changed for the best. Oh, that's awesome. Do you watch any other channels besides ASMR? Yes, I do. I'll answer that first because there's a couple questions here. Oh, actually, okay. I know you like organization channels, etc. Yeah. But what about something like movie reviews, commentary, and maybe even gaming? What do you think of gaming? Does your husband or you play any games? Thank you, much love. Okay, so great question. Yes, I watch organizing videos. I watch like funny videos. Like I find, if you've heard of the Try Guys, oh gosh, I like cry laugh when I watch the videos. I watch a lot of decorating videos. Channels like Mr. Kate is awesome. Like cleaning videos. My favorite channel is Clutterbug. She's an incredible organizer, funny lady. I've laughed so hard at her videos too. I love Vasio Beauty, another like actually cleaning organization channel. Yeah, I watch YouTube all the time, so I watch gosh, so many channels. As far as gaming, I don't personally watch them, but my husband does, and he loves gaming. And he, yes, he watches some YouTube channels when he wants to learn different games and things like that. He's super into that. And I love cooking channels like Tasty. And I subscribe to some smaller channels. I have a lot of channels I subscribe to that are in Egyptian Arabic. To think what are some other like general groups, and like comedy, a lot of life hack videos or channels. If you've heard of Do It on a Dime with Catherine, she's one of my favorite channels too. Do It on a Dime, it's like life on a budget, which I'm totally into. A lot of like Dollar Tree DIYs and hauls, DIY channels. The Sorry Girls is a great DIY channel. So yeah, I watch YouTube all the time. Prior to making ASMR videos, I was not familiar with a lot of YouTube genres and options, but man, I love YouTube. I think it's such an awesome platform. I'm super thankful for it. Yeah, so thank you for your question. I believe your name was in Korean, so that's the reason I didn't read the name. Nias, I have been subscribed since before you did voice videos and had comments enabled. It's been great watching your channel grow. I really appreciate the effort you and your husband put into this channel. My question is, what is your favorite book? Fiction book. that is awesome that you've been subscribed that long. Thank you so much again. That's so cool. And thank you for enjoying watching the channel grow. Like, thank you. That's so cool. And the effort we put in, again, thank you. This is so sweet to hear you guys acknowledging that and like caring. It's cool. My favorite book is a series that I read years ago, actually. It's a series with a book called This Present Darkness and then Piercing the Darkness by Frank Peretti. It's a book about like the spiritual realm, like the spiritual world. It's fiction, but based on what I believe, it's based on truth, and it's crazy. I love the way it's written, and like the insight it gives you, even though it's telling like this fiction story, you kind of like can really identify with certain things. And anyway, it's quite interesting. So I like Frank Peretti's stuff. Fluty 1928. I'm an older subscriber. I've been here since approximately 5,000 subscribers. Wow. My question is, and I apologize if it's too personal. If you don't want to answer, that's completely fine and understandable. Well, that's sweet of you. Thank you. Is if you have any children. Yeah, there it is. Because of the many children's items you have used throughout your videos, and as strange as it sounds, I kind of get like a motherly vibe from you. Oh man, that's so sweet, because it's so true. And also, I think it's so nice of you to decrease the prices. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, we took the prices down for the merchandise because they charged a lot for shipping, and we didn't realize that at first. So we brought those prices down. Yeah, you know what? I really appreciate that motherly vibe comment, because I am a mother at heart. I am a mom at heart. I care for children like a lot and take care of them as though they are my own. And that's the reason why you guys probably think I am a mom, because I mean, the truth is, you know, if that's who you are in your heart, then I don't think it really matters if it's biological or not. But yeah, but I don't have any biological, like I mentioned. But that's a sweet, sweet comment. I've got to share that with my husband. He'll think that's sweet. Okay, let's see. Hillary Snare, older subscriber here. You are my favorite ASMR artist. Wow, thank you. Curious how you manage trolls and rude people. Great question. People that need to stop and write unnecessary things. People who think you have to cater to them on every video. Amen, Hillary. People who need to make an announcement that they are leaving because something offended them. Keep up the great work. It's funny. Oh man. Okay, so that's a great question. It was a little bit difficult for me in the beginning, and one thing I asked of my husband is that he would be the one that goes through comments and approves them, because if you don't know this already, we don't just let any comment go into the channel. We approve comments before they show up, which is sometimes why you don't see them when it says they're there. And the reason we do that is because we kind of want to be a channel that, you know, kids could come across, or just adults, and not be like, oh my gosh, that comment, like I'm gonna have a nightmare about that comment. So we exclude things that are sexual in nature, or like disgusting on that level of sexual nature, or just like a bunch of cursing and you can't even, what is going on. Once in a while someone says a curse word and it's just, okay, that's not like the end of the world. But if it's like a stream of like beep 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 beep, then we just like take that one out. But I do not mind constructive criticism or things that people don't like. That doesn't bother me. It sometimes irritates me, because usually when they make a comment, they're making it without the full information. So like, for example, a couple times I filmed a video on my phone and had never done that before, and I wanted to do it because it makes some cool sounds when I tap on it while I'm filming with it. And I had people say, like, a couple people say, like, man, you've been filming for so long and your videos are still, the sound's so bad. And I was like, but it's not, I've never filmed with this before and I've never done it, but you just don't know that, and so you made a rude comment. So it's like, it kind of bumps me out when people just don't know and they still go to comment. It's just like irritating, but you kind of just have to let it go, because it's not worth it. And I guess I kind of think, you know, usually when people take the time to hurt another person, my instinct and understanding is the likelihood is that they have been hurt very bad in their lives. and maybe aren't experiencing love and community and true life. Yeah, I mean, they've probably got a lot of pain and have probably been treated the same way. Or their personality is really different than mine, and they might really be making a comment to say, to better me, you know, and it might come off as rude, but to them, maybe the intention is really just to let me know, you know, to help. So I kind of just try to see the best option there, and to know, like, there's probably something going on that someone would do that. But yeah, I always think that's funny when people take time out of their lives to write something that like you said, is kind of unnecessary. It's like, really? Man, there's so much more you could be doing with your time. That's so funny. Okay, here's what really irritates me. If I do an intro on a video and explain, like, my favorite one, best example, I have a hair cutting video. I intro this video very specifically and say, I do not cut hair. This is going to be the worst haircut video you've ever seen in your life. It's merely for the sounds of hair getting cut, because I'm going to chop this hair and it's going to be horrible. And yet people don't watch that intro, then they watch the video and they're like, man, you're cutting that hair so bad. You know, and you're like, really? Just watch the 2-minute intro, and then you won't have all these people yelling at you in the comments, because then when they make a comment like that, someone else writes below, hey, watch the intro. She's not a hairstylist. This is just for the sound. And it's the funniest. If you ever want to laugh, you look at that comment section. It's like a big joke. Everyone going back and forth. She said it. And they don't know they said it. It's boop, 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 boop. Hilarious. Okay. So yeah, not my favorite thing, but I kind of just try to, I allow my husband to approve beforehand, so I don't have to read stuff that's like gonna make my stomach turn. And he's, you know, since it's not as personal for him, because he's not the one making the videos, he won't take it as personally as probably I would. And so it's kind of nice to have him kind of be a buffer for me. I've really appreciated that. Let's see here. Okay, I'm an old subscriber. I want to know how your wedding was. Did you have a big wedding? Did you have a wedding cake? That's a great question. I've never mentioned our wedding much. Our wedding was awesome. And we did have a very big wedding. We kind of joked that it was like my big fat Greek wedding, because my husband is of a culture that, like, it's just like everybody comes. Like, so you have, like, you know, tons and tons of people sitting on the groom's side, and then you have the white family. I'm from the US. I'm half Italian, but I'm white generally speaking. So, like, the side of the aisle, like, here's the aisle the bride walks down. My husband's side was over here, and it's like filled up to the very back with Egyptians, right? And then this side's like generally, you know, like what normally, it's just like a boop. My friends and my family are right here, and it just is like funny. Anyway, so yes, big wedding. Didn't even know some of the people because of my in-laws' side. It's funny. And did I have a wedding cake? Yes, we did. We had a wedding cake. We did it a bit different. My husband really likes like Asian style cakes that are less sweet and have fruit in them. So we did a bunch of those, like sheets of like different kinds of cake. Yeah, we had a really special wedding. It was really meaningful to us. It was very non-traditional in a lot of ways, because that's, my husband and I are just that way. But it was awesome. Let's see. Older subscriber here, and I would have bought a t-shirt, but they were not big enough. That sucks. Okay, I want to say I'm sorry for that. The company that we work with, I can't control the sizes they have. That sucks. But Teespring is the company, and they partner with YouTube on most merchandise that YouTubers can have. Maybe we should put a comment into them, yeah? To let them know they need to have all sizes. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that, yeah. Let's see. Roma Siba. I think this might be, yeah. I watch both videos, although I'm an old subscriber and watched all your videos many times. She said, do you have snow? And is winter cold where you live? And could you scratch these Christmas toys longer, please? I probably won't answer that, because I think that will share a bit of where I live, potentially, or give you an idea of generally where, and that's sort of what I'm steering clear of. We had one of the things I forgot to mention, if you don't know, is that we had a friend who was on YouTube prior to me starting the channel. They got into a really bad situation with people trying to find her home. And I should have mentioned this earlier. This is like the main reason probably that I stay anonymous with my voice and face. Just like people like found out where she lived, and they had to have like the police, and it's pretty scary. So we just thought, with the internet being just so accessible to everyone, and you don't know if people are gonna be great or scary. I have actually had like a stalker before, and it wasn't even because of this channels before, and so I guess I'm probably a bit more sensitive. That I've like had to almost call the police because of a stalker type. Yeah, not type, a stalker. So anyway, so I probably won't say any more about the weather here. Let's see, but thank you for your question, and yes, I'll try to do more video scratching on the Christmas toys. Let me see what video. Oh, like maybe you mean the ornaments from this video? A lot of people like ornament videos, so next year I'll try to remember that and do more ornament scratching and tapping. Let's see. Sabrina R. I am a very old subscriber. I subscribed at 10k. I was wondering what made you start ASMR. What did you do before you made YouTube videos? That's a great question. Well, I still have the same job that I did before I started this channel. I have actually 2 other jobs that I do besides making videos. And I let's see, the way I've put it is that I'm an artist. My husband and I are artists, and we do art in many forms, and so that's how we make a living. But that's another one that I'm a bit vague on, sorry about that. And so yeah, I do the same things I did before making ASMR videos. I'll answer the question about what made me start ASMR, but I'll be a bit brief because I probably will go into that in more detail in the new subscriber question answer video. But basically I came across some hair play videos on YouTube and was just enthralled by them, and was like so relaxing, and I guess I just thought, hey, this might be fun to try to tap on something and see if I can make a video. So I put one video out and it got a lot of views, and I thought, oh, let me try this again. And so really it was just because I loved watching it that I thought, hey, maybe I should try and put a video out. And I'm really glad I did now. Gosh, it's so helpful, like, for people's lives. Guys, I think I might have to I might need to start a new video because I'm at 40 minutes here approximately. So I'm going to keep answering questions. I think I'm going to make a second video for older subscribers' questions, because there are a lot more questions from the older subscribers than newer. So I'm going to say bye for now, and I'll put out a second video for you guys, okay? Thank you so much for your questions, your encouragement, and for being here so long. It's just awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.